to my channel. My name is Cara if you're new here, and I haven't vlogged actually in quite a while, so I'm really excited to be doing that for this week's video. I'll tell you guys about the books that I'm currently reading in a minute, but before I do that, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you might notice that I'm wearing glasses, which I never normally do. But I have been looking for blue light blocking glasses for absolute ages because my eyes get so tired from staring at a computer screen all day. So when Vooglam reached out to me about their gorgeous glasses, it made my entire month. This pair that I'm wearing at the moment are called the Manly glasses, and I just think they have the most unique frame that I've ever seen in my entire life. They come in a variety of different colours, but I went for the pink one because I love pink and I just love that you can customise it in this way. The glasses are also like sort of a conversation starter because I've been wearing these when I hop onto a Teams call with my students, and every single time there's someone who makes a sort of comment about it. So I really love that. If these kind of glasses aren't really your vibe though, they do have some other options. They also have some slightly chunkier options if that is more your vibe. These glasses are called the Vernetta glasses and they have the sweetest little houndstooth pattern. I really like that these glasses are quite big because I'm looking at more than one screen at a time. It's really nice, you know, I don't have to like move my glasses up and down depending on what I'm trying to do. These are also really comfortable to wear for a longer period of time, especially if I'm reading on my e-reader. Like they don't press into the bridge of my nose. Another beautiful pair are these gold wire glasses with this stunning little pattern on the edges. This pair of glasses are called the Miranda glasses, and I really like the shape of the lenses because they're kind of rectangular, but they're also soft. So my face has quite sharp edges, like towards my chin. So if I have glasses that are just a little bit softer around the edges, I feel like it really just blends well with my face shape. And I love this because it really matches the gold jewelry that I always wear. And last but certainly not least are these adorable dark academia coded glasses. These are called the Latina glasses. And I just think they make you look like you are about to walk into a library to go and study Emily Bronte, which is exactly the kind of vibe that I want to be giving. They're like very wintry glasses as well. So this is going to be perfect for me to pair with like a black turtleneck and some loafers. Like, do you see the vision? Yeah, I'm so excited to be wearing these a lot more in the coming months. So I've mostly been talking about Vooglam's blue light blocking features that they have for their lenses because that's one that I'm personally going to use the most. But if you have prescription glasses, they absolutely have that covered for you as well. They've got a whole variety of different lens options for you to choose from progressive to photochromatic and transition lenses. So there's really something for everyone. So whether you want to ease the strain in your eyes while you're looking at a screen like me, or if you just need glasses in general and you want to like spice up your glasses frame, I mean, this is the perfect option to go for. And it actually gets better because I have a discount code for anyone who wants to head over to Vooglam's website and get your own beautiful pair of glasses. Thank you so much to Vooglam for sponsoring this video. I'm absolutely in love with your glasses. So before we leave here, I just wanted to introduce you to the books I'm going to be reading, which is Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead by Olga Tokarczuk. I think that's how you pronounce her surname. Polish friends, please help me out. This book is about an old Polish woman who lives in a very isolated town near the Czech border. And the inciting incident in this book is that one of her neighbors suddenly dies, and her and another neighbor who are there during the winter months find out about this, and then it sort of seems like the rest of it is just about how they deal with the fallout. I really love the main character of this book though, because she is a astrology bitch, which I feel extremely represented by. She's also just absolutely off her rocker, which I love in any main character. She's so fun to read about. And I'm just so excited to see where the rest of the story goes. There's a dog, there's snow. The vibes are just so good. I'm so happy to be reading this finally because this has been recommended so many times and I'm very happy that I've finally picked this one up. Hopefully I'm also going to be reading All Fours by Miranda July in this video because that's the book that my book club has picked, which is really exciting. Apparently it's like a very contentious book to pick for a book club, which I am very happy about because I love insightful discussions with smart people. So I'm very excited to read that one as well after I've finished Drive Your Plow. And for my non-fiction, I have the Copenhagen trilogy by Tove Ditlevsen. I've been in a little bit of a memoir mood this year, so I'm really excited to dive into this one. I actually started this one right before Sunrise on the Reaping came out, and that was a mistake because nothing was going on in my brain except for Sunrise on the Reaping content. So I'm very excited to return to this one and actually give it the proper attention that it deserves. What I read so far last time, it was so beautiful but so sad, which is pretty much exactly what everyone who's read this book has told me it is. Alright, that's everything from me for this part of the video. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the vlog. possibly one of my favorite times of year is when all the Easter chocolates come out, because there are so many like I'm a vegan, by the way, and there are so many like vegan chocolates that just aren't available other times of the year. But then sometimes they'll like make ones for Easter, like they'll bring out a dark chocolate version of it, and then it'll be like incidentally vegan. So I love that. That was from the Flesh of a Dark Chocolate Bunny. Uh, it's so good. I have to like ration myself as well, but I am on my period today, so like I need chocolate to get through my work day, which is also why I look like this for my work day. Anyone who sees me on the screen today, you are a warrior, because I don't even want to see myself on the screen today, but you're brave. You're a brave one. Speaking of a brave one, I finished reading Drive Your Plow about 2 days ago now. I've been busy, so I haven't had time to update the vlog yet, but I absolutely love this book. It is the best book that I read in March. I had such a good time reading this. This book follows the main character, who is a Polish woman in her 60s, living in an isolated Polish town near the Czech border, and the things that happen in the small town that she lives. A lot of people mysteriously start to die, and she and her friends think, well, she thinks, and she sort of gaslights her friends into thinking that the animals are behind the murders of these people. The animals that like live in the woods, like the deer and those animals, are like behind these murders. And it's just, it unfolds in such a satisfying way. The main character's so batty. She's really into astrology, so she'll like arrive at the police station and ask like the police chief what his birth date is, so that she can work out his astrology chart. Like, that's the vibe of the main character. I just think she's so entertaining. The humor in this book is so dark, but the book does still address like pretty serious issues, like things about the climate crisis, things about animal rights, and I just think it does it in such a interesting and engaging way, like set against the backdrop of a crime story. I just think all the different elements are so like weird to include in the same book, but they work so well together. Olga Tokarczuk's style is so fun to read. I thought this was going to be like a pretty dense book, but I got through it quite easily. It's very, very readable. It's really fun to read. The story is paced in such an interesting way, because like there are stakes because there are murders happening, but you're also kind of like, what's going on? Like, why is she attending this like town hall meeting? It's like very strange. I just love it. I love the main character. I think Tokarczuk has done such a good job at making you care for the main character as well, and making sure that you understand her motivations and her feelings, and the ways in which she speaks to people is so fascinating. The way she speaks about people is really interesting as well, like how she will refuse to call people by their names because she thinks their names don't suit them, so she'll make up little nicknames for them in her head. I just think it's such a good book. I can't believe it took me so long to read it, but I absolutely love it, and every single one of Tokarczuk's books are now on my TBR. So if you have a favourite one of hers besides Drive Your Plow, I would love to know, because I would love to continue reading my way through her works. What else is there to update you on? I'm just working for the rest of the week, and I really want to try and finish all fours. I'm meeting up with the book club who I'm reading the book with on Saturday. I started it last night, and apparently a lot of people say it's a like very deeply weird book about a middle-aged woman with a husband and a child who goes like on a road trip with someone, and then she basically just abandons her family. I mean, interesting concept. I'm not at that part of the book yet, so suppose that's still gonna happen. I haven't reached the interesting part yet. A lot of people say the book is extremely weird, and like, I don't know if it's gross or whatever, but I mean, I didn't find boy parts that weird like most people did. I think my tolerance for weirdness in books is pretty high, so I'm very interested to see how that book tests my weirdness tolerance. But beyond that, I have not started reading the Copenhagen trilogy. I don't know if I'm going to start in this video because I've got a lot of work to do for the last couple of days of this week, but that's okay. if I start it in my next vlog, then you'll see my thoughts on it. I think that's pretty much everything from this update from me for now. Yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I finished All Fours a couple of days ago, and this book is probably one of my least favorite ones that I've read this year. But I've also been to the book club that I was reading this book for, and I was definitely the person in the book club who had the most like negative opinion about the book. But like, if you have very similar tastes to me, and if the things that I'm telling you about the book sound like something that doesn't really feel right for you, I think this is an okay book to sit out. I think it's probably going to do it well at awards, like it's shortlisted for the Women's Prize, probably will be shortlisted or longlisted at least for the Booker Prize at some point this year as well. So it's obviously a good book and had really good reviews from critics, but I just didn't like it. Sorry. At least you know I'm not like a little yes man, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if there's at least one thing that you're getting out of this channel is that I don't care what other people's opinions are. I just like things or I don't like them. And that's okay. And you should not worry too much about whether people like your opinions or not either. First of all, I described it quite incorrectly earlier in the video, so I'll just like set the record straight for that. It's about a woman in her mid-40s from Los Angeles wants to go on a cross-country road trip to New York, sort of to prove to herself that she can do it, and then she sort of arranged stuff with friends to do there as well. But she ends up cancelling all those things because when she reaches the city limit, basically like half an hour away from her home, she checks into a motel and she just lives there for 3 weeks. And she has very complicated feelings about doing this because at home she's got a husband and a child and she doesn't really know why she's doing it, but she also doesn't really go into a lot of effort to figure out why. I think that's part of the reason why some people might enjoy the book. Definitely some of the reasons why people in my book club said that they enjoyed the book. Like they liked the ambiguity and the messiness of her thoughts and her like thought processes and things like that. I can get on with a character like that. I mean, Drive Your Plow is kind of like that as well. Like her thought processes are very convoluted, but I feel like there's a sort of clarity that at least comes with that. Whereas this one was just extremely difficult to follow, and there was very few places where there was actually something for me to hold on to her as a character. Like as soon as she sort of revealed something about herself, she would just water it down by saying something truly unhinged. And I mean, again, it sounds on paper like something that I would really enjoy, like an unhinged woman doing unhinged shit. Like, that's really the kind of thing I like to read about. But this one just, the execution was so odd. I just didn't like it very much. I didn't like the main character, and for me to like a character doesn't have to be likable. I can enjoy the journey of following the character, and I can like the story, and I can like the fact that they're weird and twisted. I just didn't like her at all because I feel like I didn't get to know her. She kept me at an arm's length throughout the entire book, and that was not something that I got on with very well. So that's all fours, I guess. I don't know how much more information I should give about it because I don't want to spoil it if you do want to read it. If you're unsure about whether you want to read it or not, I would say you can skip this one. This one has such polarizing reviews. It's kind of difficult to know where each individual person would stand with it. I'm just talking in circles now. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up the video. I just also wanted to say thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed to my channel, because that's the reason why I could do the sponsorship that I did earlier in the video, and it's really just cool to me that someone wanted me to do that, and that you guys gave me a platform for someone to reach out to me so that I could do that. Yeah, just a lot of things to be grateful for, and I'm really happy that this has happened. It's so bizarre to me. Like, it's not the kind of thing that happens to someone who lives in Cape Town. Like, it's not a city like London or New York or Milan, or it's just my little city, and I'm really grateful that something like that can happen to someone like me. It's just awesome. Thank you so much for being here and for watching my videos, and I'm just really happy that we get to spend this time together. And that's everything from this video. I really hope that I see you again next week, and until then, take care.